What are the components of a good fire safety program? Very good question and very important to understand. Each year, fires consume property and threaten lives. In this video, we'll cover 9 main components that if you have these in place, they will definitely help give you a robust fire safety program. Hi, Brian McWhorter here with Safeopedia, and in this video, we're going to cover 9 components that will help you with your fire safety program. Number 1 is organize. It's all about planning and practice. We want to do everything we can to avoid a fire, but in the event of one, we want to be ready to handle that also. So you're doing that right now by starting with this video. Okay, the second component, smoke area. People smoke. We at Safeopedia don't judge, but you need to make sure you have a safe environment for people to smoke. It needs to be away from the building, away from ignition sources, a place where it doesn't subject people to secondhand smoke, and a place where they can extinguish the cigarette butts without them again continuing to smolder or burn. Number 3, fire extinguishers. It's very important that you understand which type you need and how many you need to have. Your fire department or the vendor that you purchase the fire extinguishers from can help you with this. If you contact your local fire department, they will gladly do a walkthrough and help you with several of the things that we're discussing today. Your fire extinguishers, it's also important that they're easily accessible. If you have, say, a factory or a large area, it's good to have them marked by some type of signage and maybe painted red on beams. But it's also important that those aren't blocked, that they're easy to see and there's never anything that's blocking someone's path to getting it. It's also important that people are trained in how to use a fire extinguisher. Remember pass, pull the pin, aim, and sweep, sweeping at the base of the fire. And a fire extinguisher is good for about 1 second per pound of material in it. You have a 15-pound fire extinguisher, it's good for about 15 seconds. Important to know. Number 4, electrical hazards. This is often the cause of fires. As part of your regular safety walkthroughs and inspections of your building or facility, make sure that extension cords are being used properly, that people don't have daisy chains. That's where you're connecting one extension cord into another, or an extension cord into a surge protector. And these are no-nos. If you're not sure proper use of extension cords and outlets and things of this nature, again, your fire department can help you with this. You don't want to overload circuits and breakers, having too many plugs going into one outlet. I tell people to watch out for shiny objects when doing hazard assessments for electrical safety. In other words, look for cords where the insulation is broken away and you can see wires, or casings broken off on power tools and you can see the motor or the windings. Another part of electrical safety is control panels, making sure that any control panel has 3 feet of clearance in front of it, is never blocked, is properly labeled, compliant with NFPA 70E, and you can easily access it when needed. Number 5, equipment maintenance. This one might surprise you, but if you have equipment or vehicles, it's important that they get regular maintenance. Fires can be caused by friction and overheated equipment, which is often caused by lack of proper maintenance. When equipment doesn't get proper lubrication, oil and grease, and gets contamination or air filters not changed, it can heat up and cause friction, which leads to fires. So make sure you have a maintenance program for any and all equipment. Number 6, sprinkler systems and smoke detectors. Have them as needed. Make sure they're being properly maintained and regularly checked. Smoke detectors need to have the batteries checked on a regular basis, and any other components that go along with this, like emergency lighting, should also be checked on a regular basis as part of your building's safety walkthroughs. Number 7, chemical storage and watching for ignition sources. Any paints, solvents, things that put off fumes that can be ignitable, combustible dust, all these you need to follow the regulations that are set up for handling, storage, and transporting those materials. So follow the manufacturer's guidelines, the MSDS sheets, and make sure that, again, those as possible ignition sources are properly stored and maintained. Number 8, exits. Remember, if the building does fill up with smoke and you lose electrical, you need to be able to find the exits quickly, so they should never be blocked. Exit signs should exist and be lit going to doors that lead outside the building. Make sure everyone knows where those exit points are, and that they are never blocked. That brings me to the last one, number 9, fire drills. We want to prepare for worst case scenario. In the event of a fire, does everyone know what to do? Most of us have cell phones, so I would alert your team that it's all right to call 911. Get the fire trucks coming. If they show up and you have the fire out, they're not going to be disappointed, I guarantee it. You need to have a muster point where everyone knows to exit the building and to meet at a certain point. It's also good to have that point labeled if possible. Have it away from the building and away from any potential fire trucks, smoke, things along that nature. It's good to have it away from the building in one place where you can do a quick head count. It's very important to account for all the employees, for everyone that you knew was on your premises. You don't want to put a firefighter's life in jeopardy going in for search and rescue needlessly. So we want them fighting the fire. If you have a large group and too many people to really do an accurate head count, break it down by teams. Have supervisors and leads take account for their people, and then let you know that everyone's present or if someone's missing. We need people to understand if a fire breaks out, quick exit from the building, where the meeting point is, and get that head count. I would suggest doing regular drills at least annually and even time them. See how long it takes you to complete exiting, meeting, and getting that head count. A little tip that goes along with that, if you do have a large group that you're working with, I highly suggest one of these, a blowhorn. I've been with groups that have tried to use air horns, and it's very hard. If you have a lot of people who are panicked, it can be like herding cats. This megaphone, excellent. I know of companies that use theirs over the PA system to alert people to an actual fire, that they can use this to talk over the large groups. Excellent. It can actually make the fire drill somewhat more fun. With that, you now have 9 components that will help drive and put together your fire safety program. If you have more questions on any of this, reach out to Safeopedia and to your local fire department. Until next time, stay safe.